of the radio, I used to sing along. Now every melody that plays just feels like something wrong. A love song on a Sunday, a breakup song at night. They all point back to you somehow. They all sound like goodbye. Every song reminds me of you. Every note and every line, every rhythm pulls me back to a different time. I can't escape the chorus, I can't change the tune. Every song reminds me of you. Every song reminds me of you. The one we danced to in the kitchen, the one you used to hum, the one that played the night you said you had to go alone. I thought the music would fade out when you walked out the door, but it only plays much louder now than it did before. Every song reminds me of you. Every note and every line, every rhythm pulls me back to a different time. I can't escape the chorus, I can't change the tune. Every song reminds me of you. Every song reminds me of you. I tried to make a new playlist, I tried to hit delete, but every song I ever loved still has your heartbeat. I guess I'll never hear a melody that's just my own, because every song I've ever known still feels like home. Every song reminds me of you. Every note and every line, every rhythm pulls me back to a different time. I can't escape the course, I can't change the tune. Every song reminds me of you. We said it like it couldn't break, like time would never make mistakes. Two hearts convinced they had control over something we didn't know. We carved it into promises, believed in every touch and kiss. But looking back, I see it now. It was never real somehow. We gave a name to something fast and thought it would be meant to last. Forever was just a word we used when we were still unheard. Before we knew how love could fade, before it slipped and walked away. It sounded like a sacred vow, but it don't mean the same thing now, because I learned the hardest truth I've heard. Forever was just a word. Your shadow still appears sometimes in corners of my fragile mind, like memory refusing peace. it never really leaves. I replay every stay with me, like it could change what's meant to be. But even wishing can't return what time's already burned. And all the nights we swore we'd fight are gone without a trace of light. Forever was just a word that we believed and never learned to question what it really meant before it came and went. Now every always that we said just echoes softly in my head like something beautiful but blurred. Forever was just a word. Maybe we were just too young to know how endings come, or maybe love was never meant to be permanent. If I could go back to that night, I'd still hold you just as tight, but I'd whisper what I've learned before we burned. Forever was just a word, but it still hurts more than it should, because I meant it every time. You said it back, I thought you might stay the way you said you would, but nothing ever really stood, and now it's all I've ever heard. Forever was just a word, just a word that we believe too much. The night we spent was beautiful, your body next to mine. I thought the dark would last forever, we had so much time. But somewhere in the early hours, I felt you slip away. I woke up to an empty bed, the light of breaking day. You left before the sun rises. You didn't say goodbye, you took the warmth and left the cold beneath the golden sky. You left before the sunrise, before the world could see that all I ever wanted was to wake up next to me. Trace the den you left behind, the hollow in the sheet. I smelled your cologne on the air, your footsteps on the street. The sun came in to show me all the things that you took with, and I'm still staring at the door, waiting for a click. You left before didn't say goodbye, you took the warmth and left the cold beneath the golden sky. You left before the sunrise. I guess I should've known that night you'd leave your final mark. I never thought the morning sun could hurt me like the moon. But you left before the sunrise, and I loved you all too soon. You left before the sunrise. You didn't say goodbye. You took the warmth and left the cold beneath the golden sky. You left before the sunrise, before the world could see that all I ever wanted was to wake up next to me. You said the words so calmly, like you'd practiced them for weeks. I watched your lips move, but I couldn't find the words to speak. You packed your bags so quickly, like you'd planned it all along. And I just stood there frozen, wondering where I went wrong. I wasn't ready to lose you. I wasn't ready to let go. I wasn't ready for the silence, for the emptiness to grow. You had months to say goodbye. I had 1 second to choose. You were ready to walk away, but I wasn't ready to lose you. I thought we had more time ahead. I thought we'd work it out. I thought the love we built would be too strong to ever doubt. But you had already left me long before you said the words. While I was still believing in a future that was blurred. I wasn't ready to lose you. I wasn't ready to let go. I wasn't ready for the silence, for the emptiness to grow. You had months to say goodbye. I had 1 second to choose. You were ready to walk away, but I wasn't ready to lose you. You were already gone while I was still holding on. You were already moving while I was standing still. You had a head start on the heartbreak. You had time to heal, and I'm still at the starting line, wondering what went wrong. I wasn't ready to lose you. I wasn't ready to let go. I wasn't ready for the silence, for the emptiness to grow. You had months to say goodbye. I had 1 second to choose. You were ready to walk away, but I wasn't ready to lose you. how to give you everything. You taught me how to miss you when the silence starts to ring. But there's one thing you never showed me, one lesson left unmet. You taught me how to leave you, but I never learned to forget. I never learned to forget. I never learned to let go. I never learned how to unlove someone I love so. You took your things and your goodbyes, but there's one thing I bet. You taught me how to lose you, but I never learned to forget. I try to burn the photographs, I try to change my name. I try to find a new love who can make me feel the same. But every face I hold just fades, every kiss a regret. 'Cause you taught me how to start again, but I never learned to forget. I never learned to forget, and never learned to let go. I never learned how to unlove someone I love so. You took your things and your goodbyes, but there's one thing I bet. You taught me how to lose you, but I never learned to forget. Some people have a switch they flip, they move on with their lives. Some people wake up one morning and the pain no longer flies. But I'm still stuck in that same mood, in the moment that we met. You gave me everything but one thing I never learned to forget. I never learned to forget. You taught me how to love you. You taught me how to love you. You taught me how. You taught me how to love you. You taught me how to love you. You taught me how to love you. I see your name in passing lights and songs that play at late night drives. And for a second I forget that you've already moved ahead. I tell myself you think of me like I still think of you and me, but silence answers every time I reach across the line. And I hate how hope still stays, even when it fades away. I wish you miss me too, like I still miss you, like every night still pulls me back to everything we had. But you don't call, you don't look back. You learned how to forget like that, while I'm still holding on to truth. I wish you missed me too. Your side of the story's done, but mine keeps playing on and on. Like a movie I can't stop, even when it hurts a lot. I wonder if I ever cross your mind, like you still cross mine. Or am I just a chapter closed? You never reread close, and every I'm okay I say feels further every day. I wish you missed me too, when the night turns cold and blue, when the world gets quiet and slow and you don't have anywhere to go. But I'm just someone in the past, a memory that didn't last, while I still break into. I wish you missed me too. Maybe love don't work both ways. Maybe hearts don't always stay. Maybe I was just the one who loved until I was undone. But still I dream you call my name, like you still feel the same. Even though I know it's true, you don't miss me like I do. I wish you missed me too, even half as much as I do. But wishes don't bring you back, they just show me what I lack. So I'll learn to let it go, even if it hurts to know that I'll always belong to you, while you don't miss me too. I wish you missed me too. I dreamt you were beside me, I felt your hand in mine. I woke up reaching for you, but the other side was lined with just an empty pillow and the cold that fills a room. I lose you every morning, I lose you in the gloom. I keep losing you, I keep losing you. Every time I find you in a memory, you slip right through. I keep losing you in the quiet and the noise. I keep losing you, I keep losing you, I keep losing you. I found your old jacket hanging in the back of my car. I held it to my face and breathed the ghost of who you are. I wore it for a week straight, I wore it in the rain, but the scent began to fade, and I lost you once again. I keep losing you, again and again and again. I keep losing you in the morning light. I keep losing you every single night. I keep losing you. I'll never find the way. I keep losing you. I keep losing you every day. I learned your smile before your name, found comfort in your quiet gaze. You never knew the storms inside that I disguised behind my eyes. I memorized the way you'd laugh, like sunlight spilling through the glass. You were the melody I knew, without a single note from you. Some stories never find their voice, some hearts don't get to make the choice. So I buried every feeling deep, where only lonely dreams could keep. I loved you in silence, with a heart too scared to speak. I hid forever in my chest, while pretending we were just friends to me. Every smile I gave away, covered words I couldn't say. You never knew the truth I'd hide. I loved you in silence every night. You spoke about the dreams you had, about the love that made you laugh. I smiled and listened patiently, while my heart broke quietly. I wrote your name across blank pages, then tore them up in secret places. Because some love is meant to stay only in the words we never say. If courage had arrived in time, would your hand have held on to mine? Or were we always meant to be a beautiful what-if memory? I loved you in silence, like the moon loves morning light. Always close enough to see, but never close enough to shine. Every heartbeat whispered low the truth you'd never come to know. I carried all my dreams alone and loved you in silence all along. Now the seasons come and go, but one thing never changed. If love was measured by devotion, you know I stayed the same. I don't regret the love I gave, even if it stayed unseen. 'Cause loving you, however quietly, was still the most beautiful thing in me. I loved you in silence, and maybe that's where love belongs. Not every heart is meant to win, not every feeling becomes a song. But if you ever think of me, I hope somehow you'll finally see that every quiet glance, every gentle smile was my heart calling your name. All the while, some love is never spoken, some goodbye is never heard. But in every silent moment, I loved you more than words. cried enough to fill a river. I've cried enough to flood. I've cried until my eyes went dry, until I had no blood. I've cried into your old t-shirt. I've cried into your chair. I've cried so hard I couldn't breathe, but you're not anywhere. If tears could bring you back, I'd drown the world tonight. I'd flood the streets and fill the sky. I'd beg for any light. If tears could bring you back, I'd cry a million more. But the only thing they do is wash your name across the floor. Saw your face in a stranger's smile. I chased her down the block. I called your name into the wind. I knocked on every lock. I keep thinking if I cry enough, the universe will bend. But tears don't change the ending, they just wet the words, the end. If tears could bring you back, I'd drown the world tonight. I'd flood the streets and fill the sky. I'd beg for any light. If tears could bring you back, I'd cry a million more. But the only thing they do is wash your name across the floor. Some say time will heal the wound, some say grief will pass, but I'd rather keep on crying than believe it was our last. I'd rather soak this pillow, I'd rather stain this bed than let my tears run dry and admit that you are dead. If tears could bring you back, I'd never stop the rain. If tears could bring you back, I'd drown away the pain. If tears could bring you back, but they don't, I know. If tears could bring you back, you would have come back long ago. The world kept moving like nothing broke, while I was learning how to cope with mornings that don't feel the same, and nights that whisper your name. I walk through places we once knew, talking to the ghost of you, like somehow you might still reply from the other side of time. You're gone, but I'm still in the frame, living inside what used to be your name. I'm still here without you, breathing in the space you used to move through. Complete, like a heart missing its beat. I try to run, I try to be strong, but everything I do feels wrong, because I'm still holding on to you. I'm still here without you. Your side of the bed stays cold and white, like it's waiting for you to come back inside. The silence knows your favorite song, and plays it when I'm alone. I tell myself I'll be alright, that I'll stop seeing you at night. But every dream just pulls me back to what I still lack. And people say, just let it go. But they don't know what I know. I'm still here without you, in a world that feels too blue. Smiling like I've moved on, while I'm barely holding on. Every sunrise hurts my eyes, every truth feels like a lie, because I never got to choose. I'm still here without you. Maybe time will learn my name and slowly dull this aching pain. But some love doesn't disappear, it just learns to live right here. And if you ever think of me, I hope you'll finally see I didn't fall apart in two. I just learned to live without you. I'm still here without you, but I'm learning how to piece by piece. I'm standing tall, even after losing all. And though it hurts to carry through every memory of you, I'll survive the breaking truth. I'm still here without you. Still here, still breathing, still missing you. The door don't open like it used to, but I still look when I hear the wind. Old habits live in empty hallways, like you might walk back in again. Your side of the bed stays untouched, like time forgot to move it on. I whisper your name at midnight, even though I know you're gone. I tell myself to let you fade, but my heart don't obey. My heart still waits for you, like the night still waits for blue. Every hour drags your name through the echoes of my pain. I try to move, I try to breathe, but you're still the part of me that I just can't undo. My heart still waits for you. The phone stays quiet on the table, no message breaking through the silence, but I still check it like a promise that love could break the distance. The piano plays our memory, soft and broken, out of key. Every note just brings me back to what I used to be. People say just move along, but they don't feel this kind My heart still waits for you through every storm I go through. Even time can't change the way I still love you every day. And if forever never comes, still you're the only one I never got to lose. My heart still waits for you. Still we used to lie beneath the sky, counting dreams we couldn't hide. You said forever felt so close, like the stars were in our bones. But time has a way of turning gold into something cold and slow. And even constellations fade when love forgets its name. We wished too hard on burning light, didn't see the ending in our eyes. Even the stars couldn't save us. No matter how we prayed above, we wrote our names into the sky. But the universe gave up on us. All our promises turned to dust, falling softly through what was. And now I know what it became. Even the stars couldn't save us. Your hand slipped out of mine so slow, like it already knew to go. No thunder, no dramatic break, just a quiet heart that couldn't stay. I still look up the way I did, like something's left for me to fix. But space doesn't answer prayers, it just reminds me you're not there. And every night I trace the past in lights that were never meant to last. Even the stars couldn't save us. They watched us fall without a sound. Two broken hearts in different skies, still orbiting the same goodbye. I thought love could bend the time, turn the wrong into the right. But even heaven turned its face. Even the stars couldn't save us. Maybe some love is too bright to survive the endless night. Maybe we were meant to burn just to learn what hearts can learn. If I could rewrite destiny, I'd pull you back next to me. But even galaxies above can't fix what's lost in us. Even the stars couldn't save us. No constellation heard our cries. We faded out like dying light, still beautiful but not alright. And now I hold what's left of trust in a sky that turned to dust. I finally see what it became. Even the stars couldn't save us. Just space Just silence, just us. Gone into starlight. I sold the house we bought together. I moved across the state. I hung my coat in motion hallways. I changed my license plate. I bought a new bed, new sheets, new walls of painted white. But every night I lie awake and feel I'm not alright. Nothing feels like home. Nothing feels like home. Every place I lay my head, I still sleep alone. Nothing feels like home. The rooms are just a cage. I left our house behind, but I'm still turning every page. I try to find a town where your ghost wouldn't follow me. I try to find a street where I couldn't see your memory. I even found someone who held me close and called me theirs. But her arms were just a resting place, not the answer to my prayers. Nothing feels like home. Nothing feels like home. Every place I lay my head, I still sleep alone. Nothing feels like home. The rooms are just a cage. I left our house behind, but I'm still turning every page. Oh, home is not a building. Home is not a street. Home is where your voice still echoes, where your heartbeat meets my feet. I could travel every country, I could sail across the sea, but you were my geography. Now there's nowhere left to be. Nothing feels like home. I lock the door at night. Nothing feels like home. I turn off every light. Nothing feels like home. Sleeping on the floor. Nothing feels like home without you at the door. I walk into the light like I'm alright, like nothing in me broke that night. I laugh at things I don't even feel, just to convince myself it's real. They say I look the same as before, but they don't see what's behind the door, where I fall apart in quiet pieces when no one sees it. I've learned to hide the truth so well. Even I can't always tell. I smile so no one knows how deep the silence goes, how many tears I never show when I'm alone and low. They see a face that feels okay, but they don't see it fade away. Behind these eyes it always shows. I smile so no one knows. I say I'm fine when I'm not sleeping, pretend the pain is something fleeting, but every night it finds my name and calls me back again. The mirror doesn't feel like mine, just a stranger trying I smile so no one knows how far the heartbreak goes. I wear it like it's nothing real, a mask for how I feel. And every I'm okay I say it's just another way to hide the truth I can't expose. I smile so no one knows. Maybe someday I'll be free from pretending to be me, but tonight I'm holding tight to a smile that isn't right. If someone ever looks too close, they might see what hurts the most, but I'll keep it locked inside, behind my eyes. I smile so no one knows how broken I still feel and grow, like a flower in the rain, learning how to hide the pain. And even if I fall apart, I'll still play this perfect part until the world finally shows. I smile so no one knows. I smile and no one knows. I still feel your arms around me. Yo, it's been so long. I still hear the silence after you're gone. You held me like you meant it, like you never let me go. But I didn't know that night would be the last time I would know. The last time you held me, I didn't hold you back. I left you walk away into the black. The last time you held me, I should've held on tight. Now I'm holding nothing but the memory of that night. I remember how your heartbeat matched the rhythm of my own. I remember standing in the doorway, holding alone. You kissed my forehead softly, said I'll see you soon. But soon became a lifetime beneath a broken moon. The last time you held me, I didn't hold you back. I let you walk away into the black. The last time you held me, I should've held on tight. Now I'm holding nothing but the memory of a If I could go back to that door, I'd fall down on my knees. I'd beg you to stay forever. I'd beg you not to leave. I'd wrap my arms around you and never let you free. But the last time you held me was the last time you held me. I still feel the ghost. The last time you held me, the one I miss the most. Last time you held me, Still feel your arms around me. We built a home with borrowed dreams, believing love could carry everything. I held the weight when hope grew thin, while you slowly gave up from within. Your smile became a stranger's face. Your eyes looked through me, not my way. I kept reaching across the space, but you were already walking away. I was trying to say forever. You were learning how to leave. I never saw the ending coming until you stopped believing in me. I was the love you never fought for, the heart you let slip through your hands. I stayed through every storm beside you, while you watched us fall like sand. I'd have crossed 1,000 oceans just to keep us from goodbye, but you let go without a battle and left my heart asking why. Your sweater still hangs by the door, like a promise that was never kept. The piano plays our favorite song, but now it only sounds like regret. I read the messages again, searching for the moment we were lost, wondering how forever ended without counting what it cost. Love doesn't always disappear, sometimes it slowly fades away. One heart keeps holding tighter while the other walks away. I was the love you never fought for, the dream you chose to leave behind. You stopped reaching for tomorrow while I was still holding on to mine. Every promise we once whispered still echoes through these empty rooms. I gave you all my broken pieces, you gave me silence in return. Maybe I was never meant to be the ending of your story. Maybe I was just the chapter you forgot before the morning. But if loving you was my mistake, I'd make it all again. Because even a broken heart knows where it has been. I was the love you never fought for, but I'll never regret loving you. Some hearts lose because they care too much. Some dreams never come true. I'll carry every memory gently, though they still leave scars beneath my skin. You may have walked away from was hiding behind the clouds, like you couldn't bear to watch us now. The air was cold, but colder still was the silence that we couldn't fill. You held my hand one final time, then slowly let go of mine. No anger, no tears to disguise, just goodbye written in your eyes. The stars were shining overhead, but every dream we had was dead. I wanted one more chance to try. Instead we watched our love say goodbye. It was the night you let me go, when my whole world lost its glow. Your footsteps faded down the street, while my heart forgot to beat. I called your name into the dark, but only echoes found my heart. Now every midnight feels the same since the night you walked away. Your coffee cup stayed on the shelf, like it was waiting by itself. Your favorite sweater on the chair still made me think that you were there. The piano played our final song, but every note felt wrong, because the melody we knew could never survive without you. I keep replaying that last embrace, the tears I hid upon my face. If I had known it was the end, I'd never let your fingers slip again. It was the night you let me go, and hope disappeared like falling snow. Every promise lost its light in the silence of that night. I reached for love that wasn't there, only empty frozen air. And I'm still chasing yesterday since the night you walked away. If I could borrow one more hour, I'd hold you through the darkest shower. I'd tell you all the words I hid, and fight for all we never did. But time kept moving without me, leaving only memories. Some hearts survive, some hearts don't mend. Mine still waits where ours had to end. It was the night you let me go, but my heart never learned to let you go. Every sunrise, every rain still softly whispers your name. Though the years may pass me by, some tears never truly dry. I'll always carry the light we knew from the night I lost you. You didn't slam the door that night, no thunder, no goodbye fight, just a quiet turning of your back, and then the world went black. No final words, no last embrace, just emptiness where you used to take space. And I didn't know at the time that silence could cut like a knife. It wasn't what you said to me, it was everything you didn't leave. It's the silence you left behind that keeps you living in my mind. No echoes of your voice remain, just the shape of missing pain. I hear you in what isn't there, in empty rooms and open air, and somehow it still feels no message breaking through, just conversations in my head of things we never said. I talk to shadows in the dark, like they might answer from afar. But silence never learns to speak, it only learns to repeat. And I replay that final day when words all drifted away. It's the silence you left behind, more than goodbye, more than time. It sits with me when I sleep, it follows every heartbeat. No argument, no reason why, just a space where you and I used to feel like something right. Now it's silence every night. Maybe silence is a sound of love that's breaking down, not loud enough to hear, but loud enough to fear. And I don't know what hurts more now, the leaving or the how you made forever disappear without a single tear. It's the silence you left behind that never lets me feel alright. It's louder than your goodbye, it never says goodbye. And I still reach into the air like you might still be there, but all I find is time and the silence you left behind. Nothing left, just quiet, and you gone in between. We started with a spark that lit the whole damn sky. We built a world together, you and I. Now I walk through rooms that echo with your name, and I keep asking, who's the one to blame? Where did our love go? Where did our love go? I've searched every corner, but I don't know. We had forever, now there's just this space. Where did our love go? Without a trace. I found a photo of us just laughing in the rain. I can't remember feeling that way again. Your hand in mine felt like a promise made. Now I'm holding nothing as the memories fade. Oh, where did our love go? Where did our love go? I've searched every corner, but I don't know. We had forever, now there's just this space. Where did our love go? Without still losing you. Where did our love go? I'm standing at the door. Where did our love go? It's not here anymore. Where did our love go? I'm never on that sky. Where did our love go? Just slipping through my hands. Goodbye still hurts. The morning came without your voice. The house had never felt this cold. Your coffee cup still waits by mine, like it still believes you'll come home. I trace the outline of your name on windows covered by the rain. Some memories refuse to fade, no matter how hard I pray. I keep telling my heart you're gone, but it keeps waiting at the door. Love doesn't always know when it's over anymore. Your goodbye still hurts, like the first time you let go. Every tear I never cried finds me when I'm alone. I still hear your laughter in the silence of this room. I lost more than your love the day I lost you. Your goodbye still hurts, like it happened yesterday. The piano sings our favorite song, but I can't make it to the end. Every note reminds me of everything we could have been. The stars still shine above my head, but none of them feel bright, because the only light I knew walked away that night. People say the pain will fade and time will heal the scars, but every beat inside my chest still whispers where you are. Your goodbye still hurts, like a wound that never heals. Every dream we left behind still feels painfully real. I keep reaching through the dark for a hand that's not there anymore. Still hoping you'll come back, even though I know you won't. Your goodbye still hurts, more than words can ever say. If I had one more moment, I'd never waste a single breath. I'd tell you that I loved you until there was nothing left. Maybe love never really dies, maybe it changes into pain. 'Cause every time I close my eyes, I find you there again. Your goodbye still hurts, but your love still lives in me, like a fading photograph I'll never stop seeing. Even if the years move on and the seasons rearrange, you'll always be the part of me that time could never change. Your goodbye still hurts, and my heart still whispers your